I'd like for you guys to listen to the song and try to identify the genre of the music. I want to play the whole clip for you guys to realize that that was techno. So as for the majority of you guys might be able to identify the specific kind. Believe it or not, there are many subgenres of techno. Today, I'm going to introduce to you the three main genres of techno and explain to you how to stand out under the category. For over a year, I have abandoned my indie rock music and have listened to some sort of techno instead. I have listened to enough that I'm able to differentiate between the subgenres and share with you the differences today. I'm more than sure of you that many of you guys have heard that song before. It was Benny Benassi's Satisfaction. Benny Benassi is one of the most popularly known techno artists because of the song Satisfaction. The reason why you guys might recognize the song is because it is played in clubs everywhere, on the popular radio station Kiss FM, and occasionally Power 106, and even in baseball stadiums and basketball games across the nation. For the majority of you guys can recognize the techno song, but you guys might not be able to identify the specific kind. For those of you guys that don't even know what a techno song would sound like, that's one that I just played for you, and WordIQ.com characterizes a techno song as dance music that's electronically synthesized. Today, I'll explain to you the three main subgenres of techno, known as house or electro, trance, and drum and bass. I will also explain to you what makes them stand out under the category of techno. First, I'd like to explain to you how house or electro stands out as techno music. Jawsonic.com characterizes house music as electronically synthesized music that is upbeat. House music is most commonly played in clubs where it first originated. Benny Benassi would fall under the category as a house or electro DJ. What makes house music stand out is that a drum beat is most commonly generated into the song. And I'd like to show you guys a clip of a house song. The clip that I just showed you guys was Show Me Love by DJ Laidback Luke. The song Show Me Love is a house classic. It stands out as a favorite in clubs everywhere because of the upbeat dance rhythm and the bass. Now that I've showed you guys the upbeat side of techno, I'd like to show you guys the more emotional side of techno, the subgenre known as trance. Trance is almost the opposite of house music. Trance is a lot slower and has a more emotional feel to it. Trancemusic.lt says that trance music is a lot more complicated than house. If you listen to the first song that I showed you carefully, either the Benny Benassi song or the song Show Me Love, you guys can tell that it's a couple beats, like 2, maybe 3 beats, just repeated. Trance music has a wide variation of sounds happening at once, fading in and out. I said that it is the emotional side of techno because of the lyrics in most trance songs. Now I'm going to show you guys a clip of a trance song. The clip that I just played for you guys was Miracle by Above and Beyond. Playing at one of their shows. You guys can tell that trance artists tend to use a lot of tribal sounds or breaking sounds in their songs. And a fun fact about Above and Beyond is that one of their songs took up to 2 years to make, just because that's how complicated the songs are. Trance, as you can tell, is a lot much slower than house music and is more emotional, and it shows the emotional appeal side of techno. So far, I've showed you guys the upbeat and the calm side of techno. I'd like to share with you guys how reggae was incorporated to techno, known as the subgenre of drum and bass. Drum and bass is extremely different from both house and trance. It is rooted from reggae mixes mixed with electronic sounds. In an article titled The History of Drum and Bass, it says that the name of the genre explains it all. It is music with a drum and bass core. Drum and bass is also known as jungle because it originates from the reggae mixes. What makes drum and bass stand out as techno is that its entirety is made up of instrumentals and with a few electronic influences here and there. And now I'm going to play for you guys drum and bass song. And this is considered techno. The last clip that I showed you guys was Chasing Status, the song W Man, Chasing Status. As you guys can hear, they incorporated reggae sounds and beats with just enough electro, just enough to make it techno. In the last few moments, I have introduced to you and explained how the three main subgenres in techno stand out as techno music. I've introduced to you house and electro, trance, and drum and bass. I now hope that when you guys listen to a techno song, you guys are able to differentiate between the subgenres and appreciate the unique characteristics of the genre and don't see it as just simply techno.
All right, Jose, what did you think?
I like the intro. She was well organized. She explained very well all the different types of techno, and this helped out a lot when she finished explaining the different types. And she also cited all her material. Overall, good job.
All right, you've got a very clear goal set up for the speech. You've got an easy organizational structure to follow. The signposts are pretty good, especially like the transition on from the second to the third point. I thought that worked really well. I think maybe on the audio clips, if you could integrate some of the things that you were talking about, distinguishing them afterwards while we're listening to it, so we could pick out a couple of things. Because I had an easier time picking out, what's clearly distinct on that third one. That's easy. The first and the second ones, I'm going, okay, well, except for the pace, I'm not exactly sure that I hear something substantially different, and it might have been. I'm not saying that there isn't something substantially different, it's just that I'm not necessarily focusing on the things that you see as being different, and maybe if you talked about them a little bit while they were playing. Listen, for instance, to the consistency of the regularity. There's only 2 beats that you're dealing with here as opposed to in this other one where it's much more complicated. I'm thinking it took them 2 years to put together, not because it's complicated, because they don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know, What's the complication? You need to kind of illustrate that a little bit more. But that's a minor quibble. I thought it was really solid, and I thought you had a very good exit.